Hi everyone, I'm just coming on to do the rest of this video. So I'm just going round the edges and just sanding down the excess of my napkin because it's nice and dry now. It doesn't need to be perfect because I will be embellishing it, I think, as well, with some nice trims and things. There we go. That's took off the edges of that. Pull that out the road and we'll get the other one. Right, so I've got it at that. Give this table a wipe over now because of all the muck off this. Put that out the road. Then we've got our centrepiece. So I'm just going to use PVA to put this on. If I remember what I've done with it. It's under here. Put them here now. Right, so I've got PVA. And I'll get my glue brush. Sorry about that, I had a wee hiccup up there. And then what we're going to do is attempt to glue this on. Like that. There. Okay, so I'm just putting some glue on here. In fact, what I'll do is I'll straighten that out a wee bit. And I'm going to be using a good amount of glue because I don't want it coming undone. And it's PVA, it'll dry clear, so I'm not bothered about leakages or it showing. It won't make any difference to me. Right, so I've got that part there done. Move that out the road a bit so we can see. Right, and that's the centre point, so I'm overlapping that before I even go to start, okay? And I'm just trying to make sure that it's down near the base, because what I'll do is I can go over this with like, pearl trim or lace trim. I can embellish over it. Right, so I'm coming in at the back here. I think that's maybe easiest to make sure that it's getting stuck down properly, and then just work my hand round the outside to kind of curve it in. And it might take a wee minute or so for the glue to stick properly, because I did put quite a bit on it, if you remember. Right, and then I'm just going to try and do the same at the other side. Let me see. And then it's just kind of a matter of shaping it until you get the shape that you wanted. Just make sure that you keep your base on. And I would have probably been better using hot glue for quickness, you know what I mean, so it would have stuck really quickly. But I think the PVA might give me a longer hold, if that makes sense. I think that this will hold more long term. So I've kind of got the shape I want. I'm just making sure that all around it's stuck down. So you see I've got like that now. I think it looks quite cute. I'm going to pull that out just a wee tad there. Just it's a bit too far in for my liking. I'm just going to try and make sure that it's stuck properly. There we go. Same at that side. And it's coming out really nice. Oops, can't even see it there. But you've got like that. Now, I originally intended in going over the inside with another bit of paper. So I think I'll do that now. I think I'll just try and grab another bit of paper that's going to match that. So we'll just need to move everything from the drawer so I can get in. Right. One, two, three, and in here. No, not going to this one, I think. That might be alright. That one. Right. So, I don't know what that was. Right, let's pull that out. One sheet should be enough. There we go. There. Right, and I don't like all the border rubbishy bits with all this. I'm just going to be using the main frame part. So I'm going to grab my template. My fancy tool, which is called a pencil. Go around it and then do the same. I'll do it a bit there because I don't want. Go baby, fly. Yuck. That's because my house is so bloody warm. Ian's got it like the tropics. Right, so now I'll need to undercut this slightly because obviously my template is bigger than what the inside will be, so it'll be slightly narrower, but that's fine. It's just to try and disguise a bit of the, and I've just roughly cut so that I'm not having so much paper around me. Right, and then we'll just snip in between those two. Right, and then we're just going to undercut, so I'm cutting inside the lines. Normally I would cut on the line, but I'm actually cutting inside it today, which is a bit alien to me, and I keep going towards the line. No, it's not important. So I'm just cutting, just, you'll see it there where the line is. It is literally just inside the line I was cutting. And I should really have my glasses on doing this because my eyesight isn't the greatest just now, but I've left them in my bedroom, so I'm not going through to get them. There we go. So that's one done. I just want to see if that'll fit in there nicely now. It's a bit over, but I can trim that part. I think once it's on I might be able to trim around that. So I'm just going to add it in. So just using the same PVA. Normally I would use watered down, but just for quickness I'm going to just use the thicker variety. Just so that I can get it done and dusted and move on. So I'm making sure it's pushed right down at the base, and then just trying to shape it in as best I can. And as you'll see, it is over ever so slightly, but that's not a problem. I'll just trim that down in just a second. But you'll see it matches quite closely, so it's not too over the top. So I'm just going to trim round here. Doesn't need to be perfect because I will be obviously embellishing over it. And I'm just cutting down into the point first because that's obviously the most awkward part for me. Take that part off and then just continue. There we go, and that part. May need to trim it a wee bit there. just play around with it until you're happy with how it has turned out, and I'm fairly happy with that. Okay, so now we've got the other side to do. So we've basically got the same shape, which is obviously a bonus, so we shouldn't have too many problems having to mould it around. So I'm just again adding my PVA onto it. And I'm not adding just as much this time, because obviously I want it to stick as quickly as possible. And I'm just going round the base as much as I can. So I've got that. And then we will place that on top. Find my centre piece and mould it. I'm just going to flip it over just now so that I can get my centre point down properly. Because once I've got my centre point in, the rest should kind of go to plan. And you do get a wee bit gummy with glue, but I think it'll be worth it. And it is just a case of keep working with it until you've got the mould that you're looking for. Okay, and I think we're pretty much there for me. That's just the lace that's coming over. That's alright. Right, so I'm quite happy with that now. I'm going to just let that sit a minute and I'll cut out my other heart. And again, I'm going to just cut inside the pencil lines. And I'm trying where possible to move the paper and not the scissors, although it's easier said than done sometimes when you're not used to it. Right, get rid of that. Right, now this time obviously because I'm going to be working in a small confined space, I'm actually going to glue the paper, okay? Because it'll be easier for down the bottom, at least. So I'm just making sure that it's well gummed up, because I want it to be. And this will also strengthen it as well. This will give the box a wee bit more sturdiness. Right. And right up at the top, I'm not as worried, because whatever's loose I can then glue down properly later. Okay. Oh, I've got an itchy ear. Right, so I'm just going to place that in down as far as I can go. Okay, I'm just trying to let you see as well what I'm doing, and just shaping that in and just giving it a right good press down, especially round where I've got the base. Do you know what I mean? Like round where the paper was joining, so that it's got a good hinge. Right, and as you'll see, there is a bit of an overlap again, so I'm just going to trim that off. Oops, it's went inside, but that's fine. And empty that out. Sometimes these are blooming awkward though. That cutting up. Need to get my other scissors because that's annoying me. It's just not snipping properly at the tip. That's better. Much better. Says those scissors are lovely to work with, but when you're getting in close to things, it just tends to not want to play games with you. Just want to play ball. So you have got to sometimes pull out the big guns. Right, so up the top, as you knew, there was parts that weren't glued down properly, so I'm just going to glue them properly now. Just put my wee brush in and just give it a wee coating over the top. Make sure it's stuck down. Oops. Empty out to get the rubbish out from in between. And there we are. Our wee box is decorated inside and its frame is done. Okay, so obviously it won't stand straight because it's on a point, so it'll sit at an angle if you're not using it. Right, put that in water, put the lid on that. Now I've got the hot glue gun on. Now we just need to find things to decorate it. Now I'm thinking of putting holes here and putting holes here and here, but I didn't do it initially, so I think I'm going to just put my ribbon along the side. Okay, so I'm a bit of a perfectionist at times and it's my biggest downfall. So what I'm going to do is use my crocodile, take it in and judge where I think the centre point is and just give it a squeeze. Okay, and you've got a nice hole there. Okay, and I'll do the same at the other side. Just put my crocodile in, judge where the centre is and squeeze. Okay, and then just give it a wee wiggle to come out. Because there's material on it and obviously glue, it's a bit more gummy than it normally would be. Right, now what do I want to add for the... Let me see what I want to add. Right, I want a wee bit of lace, okay, so maybe a bit of this first. Oops, that wee bit fell. I've got a wee bit of 1-inch Nottingham lace that I was thinking for round here maybe. Or do I want to do it the other way? Not sure about that. Let me see what else I've got on this here. Move that over there. I don't want that. Don't want that now. Although I think I'll be using not that colour. It'll be this colour here I use. Just pull it over. Right. I'm thinking of going along with that. Right, so that's getting kept out. Move that out the road a minute. And look at this here. Pink. That's quite pretty, let me see that. No. Look at the white spread. White spread is, or the Chinese braiding. I think that's going to work. So, right, I want a bit of this going up to here. So I need to snip that a bit. So start it off at the bottom. Whoops. Gummy mess first gets cleared. It's the only thing I hate about this big glue gun. The gummy mess it leaves. Right, so a wee bit of hot glue on the edge of my lace. I'll just bring that over a wee bit, I think, so you can see. Right, so I've got a wee bit of hot glue on the edge of my lace, and it's just so I've got a nice start. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring it up and just gently add a wee rim around here. Okay, so I'm just gently going round where it should be. Okay, and I'm taking it inside with my finger because obviously it's still not 100% sturdy. Okay, and then I'm going to snip it there. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a wee snip. It would probably help if I had the right scissors though. It's a bit of a chewed effort, but okay, we can deal with that. I'll just make sure that's stuck down properly. And it is, because my fingers just get burnt. Right, and then we're going round the other side. Because I need to do the four sides the same, obviously. So I'll move all that crud out the road. Let you see. Right, now go for this end. And again, just a wee bit on the edge. Just to give me a good starting point. And just take it down onto the point and stick it. Okay. And then just a nice wee line going up. Okay. And again, I'm just putting my finger inside just to give it a bit of support when I'm pressing down and making sure that it's stuck properly. Okay, and then I'm going to actually grab my fabric scissors to make it easier. And then just snip where it needs snipped. Turn it that way so I can see better. And just snip. Okay, I think that looks quite pretty. Okay, so we need to do the exact same on the other side. So again, wee tiny spot of glue. Sorry if this video is going to be long, but I just don't do editing. It would drive me insane to have to keep stopping and starting and just nonsense. Camera goes on and I just let it roll. Right, so I've got a line of glue there, and I'm just taking my trim and just placing it on top of the glue, just gently, and then I'll put my finger inside again and just make sure it gets pressed down properly. Okay, any wee extra bits, because the napkin has been PVA'd, it will just pick off really simply. Okay, so that's that side done, and we'll just trim that about there. Oops, wee thread, another wee bit overhung there, so I'm just going to give it a wee tap of glue and make sure it's down. Okay, and look at the other side, that way this time. Right, so again, we touch of glue on the tip of the lace, and it is, I'll show you it quite close up, it is literally a tiny wee spot. Okay, and it's just enough to adhere it, so when you start kind of manoeuvring the lace, it's not going to pull away, because there's nothing worse. It's so aggravating when you're playing about with the lace to get it to sit properly and the initial part comes off. Right, so then I'm just adding a wee stream along there. Okay, oh, I've got an itchy eye as well now. Ah, somebody up there's taking the mickey. Right, so that's it placed down, hand inside with my finger, and just making sure that I'm not putting pressure on the actual frame of the box. It's actually my finger and my hand that's taking the pressure, and then we'll just trim it off again. So just turn it that way and trim, and I think that looks really pretty. Okay, then we've got this S braid, or Chinese braiding, whatever you want to call it, and I'm thinking of going round with that. Maybe not, actually it's starting to look a bit yucky at the bottom there. Maybe not. Right, but maybe this part, if I bring that up the way here, no, down the way on that. Let me see how that will look. So if I go along there like that, that doesn't look right. Come along here, that there. That might work. I don't really want it too puffed out. Let me see. Strand. Right, I think I'll go in with the 6 ml over the top of it because I think it will disguise it better, the seam of it. I want pink though. Yeah, I think I do want pink. Right, so down at the base, put a wee spot, okay? And that's just so I can get a starting point. Okay, and I will be adding a wee flower or I don't know, something down there. Right. So just going to add a wee bit of glue along there. And again just folding it on the same way as I did with the lace, adding it, just doing it a wee bit at a time, because if you rush it and add too much you just end up making it look silly. Right, so I'm going to snip it there and just add this last wee bit and just tuck that in so that it looks right. It's looking pretty. Right. I think my heat gun will be coming out to get rid of the glue strands. Right, so I need another wee spot down here just to get started. But I need to give a wee space just so that it looks right. And then we're coming up. So you're just really following the trim line round this time. There we go. And just kind of fold your bead back on it. And once you've got it where you want, get your hand inside and just give it a wee press to make sure that it's actually stuck down properly, and then just snip off the edge. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to repeat it on the other side again. So just wee spot of glue and spot it on. Okay, that's it on. And then just follow your trim round, okay? And I know this light's not great, so I'm just trying to tilt this up a wee bit so you can maybe see what I mean. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull off there. And then just place it on. Oops, my finger just hit it. Place it on where it should be, and then hand inside and give it a good press down so that it's not going to go anywhere, and then trim it off and do the same at the other side. So a wee spot of glue, oops, So daisy back on, thank you. Place that there so that it looks right. Let it set for a minute and then just go along your trim line. Okay. Oops, that's come off. Arrgh. So annoying. Right. There we go. Right, that's needing stuck down again, but I'll just trim that off there. And it's obviously just dried up. So what I'm just doing is just adding a wee bit extra just to heat it up a bit again. And making sure that it's down properly this time. There we go. Make sure there's not that bit's loose there. So again, I'm just going to add another wee bit there. I'll just check there's no another that bit down there still loose. So that bit's getting more glue. There we are. I'll just make sure that it's stuck down properly this time. And take away the excess. Without scalding myself though, would be good. So there we go, that's that part done. Now, I need something for round here, but I just don't know what yet. I mean, I was thinking maybe this Esprit, but I just don't know. No, it's definitely not that I want. Don't want that either. Maybe a bit of a pleat, perhaps, maybe. Oh, I've got this one as well, that might be alright. Let me see. No, too pink for that, so that's been no road before we go any further. Right, so I've got this. Now, if I add... What? Alright. Right, so I've got that sitting there. I think that's too big. It's just a bit of dainty. Let's see what else I've got here. That might work. Let's see that one off. Oh, come off and behave. Right. I've got that one there. Right, I'm going to take it off this though, but I think that is the one I want. Right, so what I'm doing is just trimming these wee pleats off because they're nice and delicate and they're not too big. So what I might do though is add one of these as like the centre one. Just let me see what I think of that first. Right, so if I chop off that, right, put that, oops, need to fix it. Right, have like that, then maybe have the leaves coming down. I think I might like that, like there. It's the wrong way though, like that. And then have these coming along there, maybe. Right, so first one, and it's a tiny wee speck of glue you need for here. Any more than that and it just is going to look silly. And I'm just going to put a wee bit just down on the bowl so that it's giving it an extra wee bit of security. There we go. So we've got that. So I'm just going to chop a few more of these off and I'll mirror it on the other side. And then what I'll do is once I'm finished it all, because you've basically seen how to structure it, it's just embellishing it now. And once I've embellished it all, I'll come back and do a quick like project share video. Okay? So thanks for watching and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.